Hi, my name is Bear, and let's start with Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. This is a realistic, tactical, team-based shooter where you should carefully plan your operations if you want the execution to be flawless. Game features 5 vs 5 attack vs defense gameplay and intense close quarters combat in destructible environments. On defense, coordinate with your team to transform your environments into strongholds, trap, fortify and create defensive systems to prevent being breached by the enemy. And on attack, lead your team through narrow corridors and get killed by traps and defensive systems. Well, not necessary, but there is a huge possibility of that. You will have to combine tactical maps, observation drones, rappelling and more to plan, attack and defuse every situation. And only then die. You can choose from dozens of highly trained special forces operators from all around the world. Well, they are as trained as you are, so basically a dead meat walking, but the illusion of your awesomeness is there. You will deploy the latest technology to track enemy movement, shatter walls to open new lines of fire, tear down ceilings and floors to create new access points. This game lets you do things many others do not. That is the beauty and selling point of Rainbow Six Siege. And there is always thousands of people online, so you will never be alone. Traveler's Rest. This is a tavern management game where you can brew your own beer, run a farm and build relationships. You are an innkeeper on a journey to transform a rundown tavern into a bustling social space. Based in a cheerful fantasy setting, Traveler's Rest is a place to meet people, explore new places and uncover ancient magic. Along your journey you'll discover new things to brew, farm, cook and build to create your perfect fantasy tavern. The game is still in early access but has more than 90% of positive reviews. People on Steam are saying that this game is awesome, and if you like titles like Stardew Valley, it's a must-play. Also, you can smack angry customers away with your mob. Maneater. Have you ever wanted to become a shark? To swim in the endless ocean until you get eaten by a bigger shark or a killer whale? Well, honestly, being a shark kinda sucks. I wish I was a jellyfish instead. No brain, no worries, no anxiety, only never-ending fun. Yeah, I'm sure jellyfishes feel like that every day. Anyway, Maneater will let you experience the ultimate power fantasy as the apex predator of the seas. Become a giant shark and eat someone. By the way, Maneater is a single-player open-world action RPG. Yeah, you heard right, it's an RPG game. I can only guess that you weren't expecting that. You will start as a small shark pup tasked with surviving the harsh world while eating your way up the ecosystem. To do this, you will explore a large and varied open world, encounter diverse enemies and prey, both human and wildlife. Find the right resources and you can grow and evolve far beyond what nature intended. It's a game after all. This is fortunate because you can get revenge on all those filthy fishermen. Dying Light. The game has an overwhelmingly positive review score on Steam, and that makes at least 95% of all players happy with their purchase. Anyway, here you'll have to survive in a city ravaged by, obviously, zombie virus and freely roam around basking in its unique atmosphere. You will also use parkour skills to jump or climb buildings and reach remote areas. But the most dramatic shift in the world comes at the sundown, as you change from a hunter to a hunted. That is a terrifying experience and you would never leave the safe zone at night, but the best quests and rewards await you only when the darkness falls. Also, if you are used to taking free games from the Epic Store, you may already have it, so check your library. Bioshock Infinite. As the first two parts, this is an immersive first-person shooter sim with a wonderful single-player story. While the first and second Bioshock games were set underwater, this time you go high into the sky, to the city among the clouds named Columbia. The year is 1912, and you have to rescue a mysterious girl or die trying. Well, knowing you, the latter option is more likely. Oh, come on, I'm kidding, you are great, never doubt that. Now subscribe. Anyway, the Flying City is a beautiful and vibrant world that holds a very dark secret. Here you can rip apart time and space to shape the battlefield and turn the tide in combat by pulling weapons, turrets and other resources out of thin air, throw explosive fireballs, shoot lightning and release murders of crows. Game has more than 90% of positive reviews and is a real gem every first-person shooter lover should play. Immortals: Fenyx Rising. Because it was an Epic Store exclusive, it has various issues, from missing content to controller problems, and of course it needs you to have an Ubisoft account as well. But in general, this is an amazing title. I bought this game for a full price on the release day, and I can proudly say that this is probably the best game I have played in the year of 2020s. I was expecting nothing from it. It looks childish and colorful, and I don't like any of that. You know, I'm 40 years old, you can't buy me with colors. But I started to feel that something is a sus with my prejudice prejudice when I heard the first joke, which was really good, but I'm not gonna spoil it to you. And later I started to realize that the whole game is filled with jokes that I find funny, even in the character creation menu. Fun thing is that during the whole game, gods Zeus and Prometheus are talking in the background about you in the past tense, like everything you do has already happened. You know, when they say,
"And then he saw a terrible monster."
You can be sure that you will see a terrible monster in a second, because it's your story that has already happened, but you don't know how yet, only gods know. In other words, you have to live the story gods are talking about. So let's hope that they don't say anything like,
"And then he put some pineapples into his potato salad."
No. This is not a horror game, so let's hope they will not say that. Although avoid this game if you don't like puzzles. Fenyx Rising is filled with them, but if you liked solving puzzles in Skyrim, for example, you will feel right at home here as well. XCOM 2. What can I say, this is a legendary turn-based game, a franchise to which all similar games are compared. So here 20 years have passed since world leaders offered an unconditional surrender to alien forces. XCOM, the planet's last line of defense, was left decimated and scattered. Now the aliens rule Earth, building breathtaking cities that promise a brilliant future with lots of potato salad for humanity, but at the same time concealing a sinister agenda of putting pineapples in every food you like and eliminating all who dissent from their new order. All you have to do is to regain control of the Earth. It may sound easy, and it is, because you are awesome and aliens suck balls. Show them who's the boss. Just keep in mind that the game is addictive. I've seen guys with 4,000 hours of gameplay on record. That's half a year of gameplay, and if you include sleep and bathroom breaks, you get a whole year. That is crazy, be careful. Portal 2. This is the best game on Steam according to the SteamDB, the very best on the whole Steam. Portal 2 is immune to passing time because it's definitely one of the best puzzle games ever created. And you probably know it well, but have you ever fully completed it? Maybe when you played they challenged you too hard, and now is the time to make another run. Your brain is definitely way different now than it was when you played it for the first time. So you may see challenges from a different perspective than before. Or not, we are not getting younger after all. And if you never played it, what can I say? I envy you because you are up for a treat. First Portal is also discounted and it's a proud owner of 7th place among the best Steam games, and the price is a joke. The Inner World, The Last Wind Monk. Welcome to the strange world of Asposia. Here the Flute-Nose dynasty has been watching over the land for centuries. In secret they fill the world with light and life, but one shady trader for odds and ends has led all the Asposians astray, making them believe that the dynasty of Flute-Noses is in cahoots with dark forces. Seriously, who knows what this weird family is doing day in, day out? The only one who could stop evil trader is the heir to the Flute-Nose throne, Mr. Robert. With a huge dose of enthusiasm but little to no idea what he's actually doing, he embarks on an adventure to find the legendary Last Wind Monk. So basically you will take control of this expedition and in the process make everything right. Or worse, way worse. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and like so you could come back when the new videos are released. Have a nice day and I'll see you
Next time. Bye.